Hi everybody, it's Catherine from In the Pink Designs. My project today is this adorable box for this little Peep bunny. I got these at the Dollar Spot at Target. They're available right now. They were just putting them out when I got there. It has some Play-Doh, like a package of dough and a cookie cutter, so they can play with their little Peeps design. I got one in red and in blue, pink and blue, sorry. So I'm going to keep the box basically the same except for the flowers. I'm going to make blue flowers on this one. I'm using the Springtime Joy stamp set, and we're going to use the little bunny this time and the flower and the butterfly. I used also Paper Blooms Designer Series paper, which is one of the Saleabration items. There's only 11 more days left to Saleabration, where you get you get a free item for every $50 you spend, or you can do it in increments of 100 if you like the items that are for 100. You can also join Stampin' Up through me. Just 11 more days, you get 5 full packs of 6x6 DSP from the new catalog that's coming out at the end of the spring. Contact me if you want to know more about that. Okay, before I start, I have a few more things that I found at the Dollar Spot at Target that I would like to show you that I will probably be doing projects with. At the Dollar Spot, they had this cute egg chalk. 6 of them for $1. And they had these adorable bubbles. I'll probably just be doing a tag for these, but aren't these adorable for $1? I could not resist. There's a lamb, a frog, and a chick. I had to get them. They have these adorable little bunny erasers in all the different colors, and this whole huge pack is $1. There's 60 of them in there. And this little bee chocolate, I'm sure I'm going to do something, some type of carrier or holder for that. They have the bunny coins and the wreaths. So these are just a few of the things that I picked up around Target, in the Dollar Spot, and in their holiday area that I will probably be making projects with this month. If you want to go along with me, you can get them from the Dollar Spot now. I don't know how long they'll last. All right, so this box is 4 by 2 1/4 by 2 inches. So it's a pretty good hefty box. It uses 1 piece of Soft Seafoam Cardstock. Get that out. All right. So first we need a piece of Seafoam cardstock that is 9 inches by 8.5 inches. Right. Okay, and we're going to start on the 9-inch side. And we're going to score at 1/2. Let me adjust myself here so you can see better. There you go. So 1/2, 2 3/4, 4 3/4, and 7. Now we're going to turn it to the 8.5-inch side, and we're going to score at 2, 6, and 8. Alrighty, now let's fold and burnish. This seafoam, soft seafoam, is, I believe, one of the in colors from 2019 to 2021. So if you're interested in this color or the inks, I believe it will be going out in June. I like the light green color. It's pretty. All right, now again, you're going to have to see my ugly writing, but I do pretty nice cursive, but my printing is horrid. That's from going to Catholic school and never being allowed to print. Okay. So we have a long skinny rectangle on the left hand side and a long skinny one at the top. All right, and we're going to be cutting quite a bit out of this. So with that on there, with the long skinny rectangles on the left and at the top, we're going to take this rectangle out, skinny one right at the left hand side, and wedge above it. Okay, so that one's gone. Come up here, and we're going to take out this rectangle and this entire square. Okay. Okay, so that's the next thing we did. All right, so we took out this one, and we took out the rectangle here and the square and the little rectangle at the top. All right, so these are the two. I just want to show you because this is a large one. These are the two pieces that we've gotten out. This is actually 4 little bits. Okay, now the bottom is pretty easy. We're going to keep the first one that's next to what we just cut straight. Okay, keep that one straight. The next one we're going to wedge. And we're going to take about a 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay. And then the next one we're going to keep straight. And the last one we're going to wedge and take about a 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay, so that's what that looks like now. Okay. Now we're going to turn it so that what we cut is now at the top. And this is what we want it to look like now. Okay, we're going to keep everything in this middle here because that's our front or top flap. And then we're going to wedge these two on the sides and cut them about 1/2 inch down. All right, so let's keep the middle flap straight on both sides. And then let's take off this rectangle so it makes it easier. And we're going to wedge and wedge and then take about a 1/2 inch off. Alrighty. Now we're going to go to this one. We're going to take off that top rectangle. We're going to wedge both sides. And take about a 1/2 inch off the bottom. Okay, and this is what it looks like after we're done cutting when the skinny rectangle is on the left-hand side and at the top. If you want to take a screenshot, if it makes it easier for you to figure it out afterwards. Alrighty. Now we need our detail trio punch, and we're going to round the corners of the top flat piece. Oops. Alrighty. Now we need to put on some designer series paper before we cut our hole. And we need one piece that is 2 by 1 3/4, and that's going to go on the top flap. One piece that is 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, 1 3/4 by 3 3/4, and we actually need 2 of these, 2 pieces of that. And I will list this below and on my blog. And 2 pieces that are 2 by 3 3/4. Alrighty. Now, let's just not put this one on right now. We're going to put all the rest of them on. And let's just put them on now. I'm going to use my... Ooh, this is Seal Plus. Not good. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't want to use up my Seal Plus for paper. Okay, now in order to cut our hole, what we want to do, we're going to cut it in the one that has the top flap. Okay, so put your bunny down next to it. Make sure that the bottom is right at the bottom line where it would be just sitting in there. And then I want you to just make a mark at on this side where you think the top of the head and the bottom of the head is. Alrighty? And then we're going to use this die from the Layering Circle dies. The actual die, it's about 1 3/4. Let's see. Yeah, I would say, well, it's a little less. The actual piece that would cut it out was probably 1 5/8. All right. And then we're just going to center this around where we think, right in the middle, this way, sideways. And then up and down, just center the 2 dots that you made. And use a piece that is very, very, just a little bit tacky, let's say, very used up, because we don't want it to rip our Designer Series paper. Now, to put it through your 6-inch machine, you're going to have to flip all of these up, okay? And just this one here under, I would put it, all right? And that's how you're going to put it through, and I'll be right back. Okay. Now, there's going to be a little line in one of your bottom flaps, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. All right. So then we're going to gently pull up our tape so we don't wreck our Designer Series paper. You could use this for something if you think you have something for that. And there we go. We have our hole. All right. Now we need, oh, I got a little extra glue here. Alrighty. Okay, now we need some tear and tape, and we're going to put some on the skinny rectangle that's on the left-hand side, close to the score line, but not on it. Okay, we're going to flip this over and flip the other side to meet it. Alrighty, and that's our box. Now I forgot again to put in my window sheet, but that's not such a big deal. The window sheet is 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and we're going to put 1 glue dot in each corner. Now you could also put some other candies in here. If they're small, you could put 3 on each side. You wanted to, but this is a wrapped thing. It's not going to leak out at all, so I'm just going to put 4. All right, and since we already put this together, I'm just going to stick it in there, center it, and press it on. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this is our flap here. We also need to take a little tiny piece with any little circle punch you have right in the middle, just so that it's easier for them to grab the lid out. All right, so this is our box. We'll put the front top in so that it's nice and square. And we're going to put the side flaps in, and then I'm just going to put 1 piece of tear and tape about 1 inch down. Not 1 inch, 1/2 inch down on this one. And then 2 pieces on, I don't know what I got on this. It looks like ink. 2 pieces on the front flap, the back of the front flap. Alrighty, that's good. Alright, so this is the back flap. I'm just going to put it like this, and it's going to adhere to the 2 side flaps inside. Just going to, right, and then we can take off the other ones. There we go. Okay. Now we're just going to take our Peeps dough pack, put it in, close it, and there you go. His face is right in the middle in the front there. So cute. All right, now we're going to do some stamping. I need, here we go, some basic white, some Memento ink, and we're going to do the bunny, the butterfly, and the flower. Okay. Alrighty. We need, for the bunny, I'm using a light smoky slate. And I'm just going to put a little bit of shadow where I think shadow should be. I'm just going to take the color lifter. I'm sure there's a different way to do this with a little bit lighter gray, but this is how I do it. I'm just going to go over the edges of the gray just to soften them up a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then for this one I made the flowers Rococo Rose. This time I'm going to use dark balmy blue. And on the flower also, the big flower. Okay, and then for the leaves I'm using light mossy meadow. And I'm going to use light Daffodil Delight for the butterfly. And that's it for the coloring. And I already have fussy cut them all out, so we don't have to go through that. Alrighty, now the other piece of stamping we need, you need a 1/2 inch by 2.5, is it 2.5? 2.5 inch of Old Olive. And we're going to stamp the Sentiment Welcome Spring, again with Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to shoot for right in the middle. Great. Alrighty. Then we need the Banner's Pick-a-Punch and a piece of sticky note. And we're going to put it on so that none of the sticky is showing for us, so it won't get stuck inside here. And we're going to put it on this side, the side that's pointy. And we're going to do both ends. I just want to center it. Okay, flipping around the other way. And center it again. What is, that's why. No, oh, did I just put this on the wrong side? I did, I flagged this one. I didn't want to do that. Oh well, I have one already done, just in case I made that mistake. You're going to do it the same way and just go on the pointy side, not the flag side. I'm glad I did that one ahead of time, just in case. Alright, but that's the technique for that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue the Welcome Spring on the bottom, pretty close to the edge of the paper, but just let a little bit show. And it just barely sticks off the edges. Okay, now I'm going to use some dimensionals on the bunny. I'm going to put a mini dimensional on this ear. And then just regular dimensionals. Okay. stick it so that he covers the top of the sentiment piece just a little bit. And he goes into the window a little bit, and this ear, the tip of this ear will stick out a little bit too. Okay, and then I'm going to take the flower and I'm just going to stick the end of the flower behind him. That's what I'm just going to put, whoopsie, a little bit of liquid glue on it. Just stick it behind and glue it on. And now the butterfly, we could pop up. I think I glued it flush. Let's pop this one up. I'll use mini dimensionals on this one. You could glue it flush again like I did, but... And I'm just going to put it like it's kind of flying away. There you go. Okay, now I need a little bit of Wink of Stella, and I'm going to put it on the butterfly and on all the flowers. Okay. And I'm going to take some polka dot tulle ribbon. We're just going to tie it around the entire thing and tie a bow at the top. There we go. Cut that off. Okay, and for the final touch, which I forgot on this one, I'm going to put a rhinestone basic jewel in the middle of the big flower. Like this. And that's it. So cute. I just love this project today. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you would please subscribe and hit the like button if you like this project too. And if you would like to buy any of these products, you can buy them from me at the address at the top of the screen, CatherineTiemans.stampinup.net. And I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.